Hi everyone, my name is Suzanne and I'm a Chinese metaphysics master in Hong Kong. Today we're going to go back to Bazi astrology and we're going to look at your Bazi chart and analyze what kind of skill sets you need to build to carry yourself forward in career and business. Yeah, we all need to upskill. We all need to continuously learn in order to achieve a breakthrough in our business or in our career. And in order to actually know what it is that we personally need to work on, we can look at our Bazi chart and determine that. Now, what you need to do first, of course, is you need to plot your Bazi chart. So you can go to this URL that's here on the screen. I will also post it in the notes to this video. And then you just enter your date and time of birth. Time is not so important. So if you're not sure about the exact time of birth, then there's no need to enter that. You can just do the actual date of birth. And this will then give you a natal chart that looks like this. And in this natal chart, the component we are focusing on is the day stem. Yeah, here you've got day, month, year, and hour. And we are looking at the day stem. This is also called the day master. So for those of you who are practitioners, you will know this component as the day master, but for everyone else, this is the day stem. And so this is the only component we're interested in for this particular analysis, nothing else. You don't need to worry about everything else, especially for the newbies. This may all look a little bit complicated. No need to panic. All right. Now, within the day stem box, you will see the Chinese name of this day stem, and you will also see the element and the yin and yang polarity. So this one here is the wood element, and it is the yang polarity. Yeah, there's always either a yin or a yang polarity, and the Chinese name for this particular stem is jia. So we also call this jia wood or yang wood. So check what you have. It may be anything. It could be fire, metal, earth, water, wood, anything at all. And take note of the yin or yang polarity, because this is then what determines what kind of skill we need to master to achieve a breakthrough. Now, if you happen to have this one here, as it's indicated, Jia wood, yeah, the yang polarity of wood, then what you need to learn is to multitask. You need to be able to do 10 things all at the same time, yeah, both in your career and in your business. You cannot just have one skill. You need to have different types of skills that span the gamut, yeah, that may be very, very different from each other. And you also need to learn to multitask. The more you diversify, the more you branch out, the better. And it doesn't all have to just to do with your career and your business. It could also mean that you just have maybe a really interesting hobby or a hobby that requires a lot of skill. But of course, because this is mostly related to career and business, acquire as many skills as possible. So whenever the company offers you a training, you go and get that training, yeah? And even if the company doesn't offer you a training, see what kind of online courses you could take, if there's anything that could enhance your value and help you with upskilling. Now, if you have the yin polarity of wood, still the wood element, but yin polarity, that would be called yi wood, then you need to learn to connect with others. You need to learn to build better connections. You need to work on networking skills, on soft skills, on interpersonal skills. So all of these things that make you really sort of attractive and comfortable to be around. Yeah, you need to really, really work on your people skills and learn to connect on a deeper level, not just on a superficial level like most of us do. If you have the yang polarity of fire, that would be called Bing fire. If you have Bing fire there, you need to learn discipline and persistence. Yeah, you can't quit. You can't give up. You need to see things through all the way to the end without giving up. And I know sometimes that can be really difficult, especially if there's just one obstacle after another. but you need to put more discipline into your goals. Do not give up halfway through. Really see things through, unless obviously there's something that uh, is so disastrous, or you're going in such a wrong direction that you have to turn around. But other than that, really, you need to learn to be more disciplined about achieving your goals and really going all the way. A lot of the times, we know where we are, we know where we want to go, but then there's like 10 steps, and after step 5, we're like, oh, this is too difficult. I don't want to waste that much time on it. I'd rather give up and try something else. If you have Bing fire there, that's the wrong approach. You really, really need to see things through. Now, if you have the yin polarity of fire, sorry, yin polarity of fire, so that would be Ding fire, you need to improve your ability to influence others and to motivate others. How can you make people buy into your ideas? Now, I'm not saying you need to learn to become a master manipulator, but you need to learn to sell your ideas better. Yeah. Learn to do this and you will succeed. And not just in a corporate career, but also in your own business. You need to learn how to make people really, really confident in your ability to solve a particular problem, or otherwise they won't follow you. Yeah, and we all need followers, whether that's in a career or in your business. Yeah, people, your clients need to follow you all the way through. And in a business context, if you're an employee, you need to have staff that is motivated and inspired by what you do, and they really like you as a leader. So you need to improve your ability to influence others, to motivate others, and to really help others on the way as well. Now, if you have the yang polarity of earth, yeah, that would be Wu earth. You could actually make a really, really good consultant, because you're probably a very good listener. But you need to work more on your strategic and analytical skills. Yeah, you need to learn to actually reflect on the things you hear and read and see. You need to learn to digest whatever information you receive, and then turn it into actionable items. Yeah, learn to transform the information that you receive into something useful. You need to become a problem solver, and you can only do that if you, number one, actually listen, and then find the solution by analyzing the problem in a more creative way. Yeah, so become a problem solver. Really, really dig yourself into the problem, understand every aspect of it, and then come up with a solution. So really digest the information and transform it into something useful. If you have the yin polarity of earth, so that would be D earth. If you have D earth, then this is all about value. How do you value yourself? Are you actually paid appropriately? A lot of times we are okay at selling a particular product or a service, but we're not really good at selling ourselves. So as a D earth, you need to really, really learn to understand your own value to your business or to the company. Don't accept payment that is lower than what you deserve. Yeah. Especially if you're underpaid. Yeah, this requires that you also work on your negotiation skills, because you need to negotiate on behalf of yourself, probably, right? This is very, very similar to Shin metal, the yin polarity of metal. But do not, as a D earth, do not tolerate being undervalued. And not just in terms of pay, but also in terms of recognition. Yeah, really, really make sure that you get the recognition that you deserve. And this means that sometimes you need to maybe brag a little bit about your achievements. I know we don't like to do this, it's very uncomfortable, but sometimes you need to do that. Yeah, otherwise you will be overlooked whenever it's time for a promotion. So really show your value to the outside world. That's what you need to learn. Now the next one is gung metal. That's the yang polarity of metal. If you have a gunmetal day master, really you need to ask yourself, how decisive are you? Are you action oriented, or is there always something that's holding you back? Do you keep thinking about the same things, but you never actually take action? That will be your downfall. Yeah. So as a yang metal day master, in order to really, really achieve breakthroughs in your career and in your business, you need to take decisive action. You need to take action faster than others. When others are still thinking, you've already implemented the new idea. Yeah. If you don't do that, then your gunmetal day master is not really developed. So you need to learn to take decisions, stick with those decisions, and then act upon them. This is very, very important. You need to learn to execute. Now, then we have, what do we have? The yin metal. Yeah, the yin polarity of metal. This is the Sin day master. And they need to learn to negotiate much better. Negotiation is everything for them. Yeah, develop negotiation skills so that you can negotiate not just on behalf of yourself, but also on behalf of others. You definitely need this if you need to manage people, because everything is a negotiation. Yeah, and you need to learn to negotiate or manage people in such a way that they think your idea was theirs, yeah, in order to make sure that they're actually doing it. But ultimately, it was your idea. Just make them think it's theirs. And in that way, you kind of have to negotiate your way around different opinions, different points of views. Learn to negotiate. Yeah, everything is a negotiation. And obviously, you also need to learn to negotiate the best terms for yourself, be that in a job interview, or be that if you move into a new flat, yeah, negotiate better terms with your landlord, for example. It could be as simple as that. Anything that requires a negotiation, Sin Metal Day Masters are actually very, very good at that if you develop that skill. You really, really learn to use it more. And then we've got the water element. The yang polarity of water is called Ren water. And for yang water day masters, in order to achieve breakthroughs in their careers and in their business, they need to have a long-term vision. They tend to get distracted by a lot of things very easily. They're very much into experiencing life, and that's why they get distracted, because they want to try out everything. But they need to learn to develop a long-term vision and then actually stick to that vision, yeah, because otherwise they become very, very aimless. So in terms of finances, do you have a long-term financial goal? If not, then you need to develop one and then actually work towards that goal. From a career perspective, what is your long-term career goal, or just the next 5 years? Do you have a goal? What do you need to reach that goal? Develop a vision, develop a plan and a strategy, and then put action behind it. This is key. Otherwise, the Ren Water Day Master becomes very, very aimless. And then lastly, we have Kui Water. Kui Water is the yin polarity of water. And for them, it's all about intuition and the sixth sense. Yeah, they need to learn to believe more in their intuition and cultivate it continuously. They are naturally quite good at that, but you know, in today's world, we've kind of forgotten to listen to our gut feelings, or we're being told continuously that gut feeling is not that important. The only thing that matters is facts and figures. But very often our gut feeling, our instincts are actually correct. And especially if you have a Kui water there in the day stem, you need to be sure about yourself, your gut feeling, and your instincts. If you are not, then you will always make the wrong decisions when it comes to your career and your business. So really listen to what your instinct tells you, what your intuition tells you, and then go with that. Obviously, don't be reckless. Still look at the facts and figures, but do learn to trust your gut a little bit more. All right. So these are the skills that we need to master in order to achieve some breakthroughs in our careers and in our business based on our day master. Some of us have probably been using these skills intuitively already, but the more you develop them, the easier it will be for you to actually achieve those breakthroughs. All right, I hope this helped you guys and brought some insight. If you do have any questions, any comments, please get in touch with me. My contact details are in the notes below. And as always, I'd really appreciate it if you could like the video, share it, and subscribe to my channel. See you soon.